Hi! Are you ready for this video? It's your first Mornings with McKK episode, Marnie. Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Mornings with McKK. I'm McKK, and if you are new, these videos are a Monday morning series here at my channel where I join you from my bed with no makeup on, PJs from last night, a cup of coffee or tea. This morning I have a huge cup of green tea in my cute little Target mug. It says Messy Bun, getting stuff done. But I also have another little Target mug. This one has the coffee, the real tea coffee. And we just talk. It's a really casual conversation where I just strip of any lighting or like special effects and have a real authentic conversation with you about a topic of either my choice or a recommendation down below. So if you have a topic that you would like me to talk about in a Mornings with McKK episode, definitely leave a comment down below letting me know, as well as giving this video a thumbs up because that does help. And as always, subscribe to this channel. We really are like one big family with lots of love to go around. It's never too late to join. All you have to do is hit subscribe. Also, don't forget to click the bell because this notifies you every time I upload a new video, and I always shout out the first comment on my social media, so be sure to be following me on that as well. With all of that being said though, today's topic is brought to you by, oh my god, I should have memorized her username, but it is brought to you by this comment that was left on a video where she wanted me to talk about staying motivated as a small YouTuber. I wanted to make this video for a while now, and I was just waiting for the correct time because in fact I went through this last week. If you noticed, I did upload a sunglass collection video a few days ago. Go check that out above as well as down below. It's definitely a different style than what I'm used to filming, but I had a super fun time making it, so definitely watch that and support that content. If you noticed though, there is about a week and a half time gap of when I uploaded my best bikinis for small boobs video to when I uploaded my next video. And if you've been around for a while, you know that I like to upload 2 videos a week. My unofficial uploading schedule is every Sunday and Thursday. It's just a schedule I give myself so that I stay accounted for, kind of like keep track of my planning, but it's not something I announce just in case I have a rough week or I make a Mornings with McKK episode and that goes up on Monday instead of Sunday. But for the most part, I like to upload twice a week, except out of nowhere, I just needed a break. And I think that really plays into this topic today because it can be really difficult to stay motivated as a YouTuber, let alone like a small YouTuber. And it's not really something that we talk about. All you really see are those like explanation videos where it's like, I'm back, or like, this is why I've been gone. And I don't really like to make those videos unless something dramatic actually did happen, because most of the time the creators in those videos are just saying like, oh, I was burnt out, or I got tired, or I was super busy with secret projects, but I'm feeling ready now, like I'm motivated, I'm back. There is a consistency flux with motivation on YouTube. I've noticed it, I go through it, and a good way for me to prevent getting stuck in a rut like that, because I've done it, like we've all done it. I have those videos of why I've been gone for 2 months too. Like they exist, and it happens because if YouTube is your job, it's wonderful because you are your own boss, but it can also be really hard to keep yourself accounted for because there's nobody else telling you that you have a deadline, unless it's like a sponsored video, which those are very exciting too. I want to get into some tips and kind of my experience with this, but a really good way that I hold myself accountable and continue to upload consistency on YouTube, because side note, consistency is key. If you want to succeed, one of my biggest tips of advice on YouTube is you've got to be consistent. You have to upload, you have to like continue to post new content. That's just how you grow. Like I said, a really good way that I hold myself accountable and continue to be consistent is I choose 1 or 2 days where I just film in bulk. I film like 4 videos in one day, and that will last me for 2 weeks. I'm getting my eyelashes and my hair done next Tuesday. Actually, that would be tomorrow for you guys. On Tuesday and on Wednesday, I'm going to film hopefully like 4 to 5 videos and just create a stockpile of content that I'm happy with, and then edit those, because sometimes I'm unmotivated to film but I really want to edit. Other times I really want to film and I have to edit. No matter what, I push myself through it because the feeling of hitting upload and watching your video go live, it is such a high that I think all creators love to chase. But a really good way that I keep myself held accountable for is I just film a ton of videos in one day, because at least I have content and I can schedule those uploads. So maybe on a certain upload date I'm not feeling motivated, but it doesn't matter because I have a scheduled video that I filmed and edited in the past when I was feeling motivated. So when you do feel creative and motivated, take advantage of it, film a ton of videos, get those edited, get them ready to go. I'm also a huge planner. I think this is another tip of advice for if you are doing YouTube or want to pursue YouTube. Stay organized, stay on top of your content, know your ish. I have 3 to 4 various calendars that are just dedicated to YouTube videos and my planning. I have a really big one that you can get at like Target for a few bucks. It is so nice. That's where I plan my videos. Right now, I know up until the last week of June, the content that I'm posting to this channel, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too, because I've got some good stuff coming your way. But that way I know what to film. So if I do have a day where I'm feeling motivated, I'm like, great, well, what's up next? What's the next video that needs to be done? Check, I'll do it. And then I take a huge Sharpie and I cross off that day when I upload the video. Oh, it is so satisfying. I have a smaller calendar for my filming schedule so that I know what days I'm able to film, what days I should film what days I need to dedicate to editing, and etc. And then I also have a smaller calendar with like a lot of lined paper in the back of it for me to write notes and to plan out sponsored videos or ideas, or just make a list of upcoming videos that I would like to make and then try to figure out what order I should upload them in. Yeah, staying organized, staying on top of your ish, it really helps because we all go through those funks. We all have those rut days where we just aren't feeling motivated, might not want to get out of bed or shower. It doesn't help that you may be going through mental health issues that do keep you down in the dumps. I talk about this all the time on my channel. I'm really open about it, but I do have bipolar, and if you are unfamiliar with that, basically I just feel really high highs followed by low lows, and I just kind of dip back and forth. I've gotten better over these years of just understanding what I have and how to take care of it as well as myself to kind of keep me like in the middle of this up and down roller coaster. But it doesn't really mean that I don't go through those really hard days, and weather affects it too. So if it's just downpouring, if it's cold and raining and cloudy, I might not want to leave my house, leave my couch, leave my bed. I might not be motivated to get work done or to take care of myself. Contrast that when it's really nice out, like 75 degrees, sunny, not a cloud in the sky like it is today. I'm like feeling the best self that I can be. I want to go out, I want to do stuff, I want to like take care of myself. Hence why I'm filming videos. I got out of bed early today because it was just so beautiful out. That is one of the very small side notes of my mental illness and how that can play an effect in my motivation and how I create content as a YouTuber. But you really just have to persevere and push yourself through it, because if you're chasing this career as a YouTuber, first of all, kudos to you, because it's a lot harder than people think it is. And second of all, it means that you're chasing a career path where there is nobody above you, no boss or manager to tell you what to do, to tell you what time to come to work, to tell you what your assignments are. It's all up to you, and that can feel so freeing, and it's maybe something that you want, because I know I definitely want that. But it can also be really difficult because if you don't want to do something, there's nobody that's going to push you to do it. After I uploaded that best bikinis for small boobs video, I think I worked my ass off so hard that day, filming and editing and uploading and making sure it was perfect. And that was a really busy and stressful week for me, and I think I did just work myself to the ground and just kind of, I went through a small burnout. And I also wanted the video to do really well, so I wanted it to sit for a bit before piling new content on top of it. So I already knew when I uploaded that on that Sunday night that I wasn't going to upload another video that week on Thursday. But what I didn't know was that I wasn't going to upload a video the following Sunday, so I let it sit for over a week by itself. Part of me isn't really happy about that, but the other half of me is like, well, it did really well. So the problem is, if you take a break from filming or uploading videos on YouTube, it can be really hard to jump back into it because you're rusty. You're letting yourself rest, which isn't a bad thing. But a few years ago, I gave myself some time off of YouTube, and that turned into an entire summer because I just was rusty. I just didn't really get back into it. So I sat myself down last night, planned out all the videos until the end of June. I'm working with a few brands right now, so that gave me some motivation to continue to produce content. But I'm not saying you need that to find motivation, because her whole comment for this video was, how do you stay motivated as a small YouTuber? But you really do just have to push yourself. I think it is healthy to let yourself rest and have days off. Like anything that you're trying to achieve in life, high school, college, there are going to be things that you don't want to do that you just have to do to get it over with, because you know that you will like the results afterwards. So that is just like the tip of the iceberg for advice that I have on this topic. I could talk for days about this because, let's be honest, I have 4+ years of understanding the struggle and doing this. Being a small YouTuber is nothing to be ashamed of, because we all start at 0 0 subscribers. We all start with 0 views. We all start at the number 0, and it takes a lot of hard work and determination and patience to grow. You cannot be a small YouTuber if your only goal is to get recognition, to be a big YouTuber. If that's why you're doing YouTube, you will never grow because it's just not authentic. It's not how you would succeed. You have to be passionate about what you're creating and make it for yourself. To this day, I only make videos that I'm proud of and videos that I want to watch as a viewer, videos that I want to make. So make videos for yourself because then at least you're happy with your content. I try not to focus on the views. Sometimes it is super helpful just to realize, you know, what's doing well on this channel, what type of titles, like thumbnails are working for you. They can be helpful hints to guide you onto the right path for creating content, but you should not be making videos knowing that, oh, I'm going to make this because it will get a lot of views. You should make videos that you want to make, that you're happy with, and there's no loss in that, in uploading, you know, because at least you're happy with the content and you're making the stuff that you want to make. I honestly think the best time to be a YouTuber is when you're a small YouTuber because there's no pressure. For the most part, you're not going to get any hate. And my favorite part is that there is nowhere to go but up. So if you're ashamed of your camera quality or editing, maybe you don't have a good background, I've been there. I still feel like I'm there. I just kind of care less about it right now. Some of my first videos were filmed on my laptop webcam in 2014, and yeah, the quality is super grainy and pixelated and whatnot, but what's awesome about that is that you can look back on those videos someday and see how far you've come. I waited until I hit 1,000 subscribers before purchasing a camera because it was an investment and I just wanted to make sure that I was ready for that. Once I hit, I think it was like 5,000, I purchased the camera that I'm using now. So I just upgraded, but I gave myself time to grow. So I always tell people you don't need to start with nice equipment and excellent editing and all of the high-tech quality stuff that YouTubers use, because then there is no room for growth. Then you think you are the best that you can become. But if you start out authentic and with a dream, that's going to pay off. I love looking back at my videos and seeing the poor quality, the awful editing, like maybe the cringiness in how I'm talking or vlogging, because it is a skill that over time you're going to get better at. So that is another big tip for staying motivated as a small YouTuber, if that is a doubt that you have, because you might not think you have the best camera or editing or laptop. I know some YouTubers that do all of their editing from their iPhone. There's this one teen mom, and yeah, like the fact that she's a teen mom helped her channel grow a ton. She now has like 200,000 followers, and she's still completely filming on her iPhone and uploading that video straight to YouTube. I think she uses iMovie on her phone, but there isn't a lot that you can do for editing off of your phone rather than your laptop, but it still works for her. She's still successful. She's still making content that she is proud of. So don't let the lack of equipment stop you. If you are curious as to what equipment I use or recommend, I do have a video all about this, so I will link it above as well as down below. I talk about where to find quality equipment for a decent price on Amazon, as well as the stuff that I use to film videos. And I understand it can be super difficult staying motivated as a small YouTuber because you might not get the success and recognition that you might feel like you need to continue, but honestly it just takes one person sometimes. It just takes one comment. I remember when I first started, it really just takes that one sincere comment to keep you going, and if you can give that to someone, like, do it. I have a ton of videos all about advice for staying motivated on YouTube and like how to grow and start a channel, so I definitely recommend checking those videos out. But some of the recaps of things that I've said is just to be an active viewer, comment on other small YouTubers videos, and don't comment like subscribe to my channel. Like, be authentic and, you know, compliment their video or something that you watched, because they will start to notice your comments and give that love back to you instead of being like fake and wanting like sub for sub, because that will not get you anywhere in life. Just allowing yourself to take breaks is completely fine, but you have to persevere and just like push yourself to create content because no one else is holding you accountable for. That is my #1 piece of advice. That, and just like staying super organized, making content for yourself, understanding that like numbers are just numbers. They do not mean anything. Honestly, like the videos that do the best on my channel are the ones that I would never think so. The most viewed video on my channel is one that I hesitated to even post. I remember editing it and not even knowing why I was putting so much effort into it, because I was like, this is stupid, it's just selfish information about myself, why would anyone want to watch this? And it ended up being like my most viewed video. So you really don't know what's going to do well and what isn't going to do well. Some videos that I thought would do really well never peaked, they never got there, and that's completely fine. You just have to make content that you want to make and content that maybe you as a viewer would want to watch, I think that is a really, really good question to give yourself if you're debating what type of video to create. It's like, well, what do you want to watch as like a viewer? Because that's what other people will probably want to click on as well. I think being a small YouTuber is like so fun because you can actually talk and get to know your subscribers. If you were a really successful and like big YouTuber, it's harder to create those genuine relationships. And I have so many wonderful people that I've met through my YouTube channel and people that I know online or just follow on Instagram that I consider to be really great friends of mine, even if we have never even met. And I love that YouTube has given me the opportunity to get to know so many like amazing people around the world. Those are some really great things about being a small YouTuber. Also, if you're growing slowly, like you're still growing on YouTube and it's really cool to watch. I created a page in my YouTube journal of my subscriber count, so every time I hit a milestone I would write in the date. Every time I hit 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 and so on subscribers, I have the date written. And sometimes the dates are really spread out, but I can still see that with patience, like I grew, and it's just really cool for me to look back on and see how far I've grown and just to stay motivated knowing that it is my own path to success. Everyone's path to success looks different, so it's really hard to compare. I hope that this answered some questions for you and gave you some motivation as a small YouTuber. Honestly, you can always reach out to me on Instagram or anything like that to talk more because I love talking about YouTube. I think I have some really great things to say about it, but for now I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover on this topic about staying motivated as a small YouTuber. Oh, one last thing, you're gonna think I'm crazy. Follow the phases of the moon, because when the moon is full, you are at the peak of creativity, completely yourself. I mean, that's where the term lunatic comes from. If you're like a lunatic or a crazy person, Luna, moon, lunatic. I always feel so high and happy when it's a full moon or when it's nearing a full moon. So the full moon is on Saturday, May 18th, which is just 2 days away, meaning that right now the moon is waxing, probably like a waxing gibbous. So I'm just feeling like so fueled, so ready to go, so creative. But when the moon is waning and nearing a new moon, it is a time to recharge, re-energize. It's a recycle, a rebirth. So you might be rediscovering yourself in a certain way or just getting ready to like start a new whatever. It's just a new chapter is how I look at it. So when the moon is nearing a new moon and it's waning, I always feel like I'm draining energy. I might be a little bit more reserved, quiet, calm, preparing myself to recharge and revamp for the new moon. Again, you might think that this is absolute crazy talk, but if you're into that stuff, follow the phases of the moon because you will find that you are creative, passionate, and motivated probably around a full moon. I know I am. So thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave any comments down below with your own advice or recommendations and suggestions for what other topics I should talk about in a Mornings with McKay episode. But that's going to be it for this morning, so thanks for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday and a wonderful start to your week. I'll see you very soon with my next video. Bye!